Hey guys, what's up? Rich Graham here. I want to take a minute to talk to you today about trust and the speed of trust and how having trust in a relationship or in your organization, the people you're leading, allows you to be more effective and productive in your endeavors. So one of the big things is, and we're just going to go into the short version of this. We're going to talk more about this in our Full Spectrum Warrior training series, but for today, just a few things we can take away. What's important to understand is most people don't want to be micromanaged. And if you think of it from a standpoint of, you go to work every day and you have people who are constantly looking over your shoulder, constantly checking up on you, did you do this? Did you do that? And whatnot. We get really frustrated. We're like, dude, stop micromanaging me. Just let me do my job. And many of us feel like that. So as a leader, as someone who is in charge of this, we have to let people have the room to do the work. And many times we're afraid of being held accountable, right? Because we're counting and relying on someone else to finish a task that ultimately we have to answer to our boss about, did that actually get done and was it done correctly? So in this, we find ourselves in that leadership position micromanaging our people because we're afraid, right, that they're not going to do it. The only reason we would micromanage someone is because we don't truly trust that they're capable or that they're going to follow through and do it correctly. Which brings us to the point of, as we're building our teams and as we're putting together the people to work with us, why would we put people on our team if we can't trust them? Why would I have someone on a team if I can't trust them? In the same aspect, if we have a relationship, I remember talking to a friend who was worried that his girlfriend was cheating on him, right? And it got to the point where he was like bugging her car and like cyber stalking her and all this stuff, really unhealthy. But like, I remember just saying to the dude, why are you staying with someone who you don't trust, right? What's going on with you that you don't trust them, but more so, what's going on with you that you won't leave the person that you trust so little? If you can't count on them to go out with their friends one night, how are you going to how are you counting on them to manage to have access to your finances, to, if you had kids together, to take care of your kids and oversee things that are truly important to you, if we can't trust them to simply have a night with their friends? And if that's the case, if there's someone that that we can't trust with that, then why are we staying in that relationship? It's toxic, right? If you can't get over that, then what's happening in your life that is stopping you from trusting them? Because when we don't trust them, right, it makes them resent you and it makes them push back, and there's many negative effects to the person who is not being, or is being micromanaged, right? They start to push back against the person who's micromanaging them, and there's this discontent, and you guys start banging heads, and it's not productive for good, solid communication, whether it's for a relationship or whether it's for business. At the same time, right, or before I even get into that, so what I recommend, one of the things that I recommend is that we allow the person the rope, we allow that person the opportunity to fail, right? If you want to lead me, give me the task and give me the opportunity to fail at that task. If I fail at the task, then we can address, well, why did I fail and how can I do it differently next time, so that way I can earn your trust to be successful in that. But if you don't give me the chance to fail, then you never know if I can truly do it, right? Because when you're constantly micromanaging me, you're pulling time away, you're pulling my focus away. And not only that, you're pulling the focus away from what you could be doing to build your team, to build the company, to build the organization, whatever it is, to work toward that goal. If you're taking your mental energy away from the big picture to come in and micromanage my piece of the puzzle, right? Now you can't be multitasking. You can't be pushing forward when you're looking back and micromanaging what I'm doing, right? At the same time, I can't be as effective as I need to be if I'm constantly having to answer to you, right? Because you're coming back and checking in on me when I could be essentially working. Now, we all want to be trusted, and we all want to not be micromanaged. At the same time, this is a double-edged sword. This comes with responsibility. So as an individual, if I don't want to be micromanaged and I want to be trusted, right, then I need to be trustworthy, right? So many of us don't want to be accountable for being trustworthy, right? But we want the respect of being trusted, okay? So being trust is earned, right? But at the same time, So I need to be accountable. I need to do what I say and say what I'm going to do, right? I need to be accountable or take responsibility when I do screw up. I need to own it. You know what I mean? I need to be true to the people around me and true to myself, right? I need to earn that trust. At the same time, when we're in a leadership role or we're in a relationship role, I have to give the person the opportunity for me to earn that trust. I can't earn your trust when you're micromanaging me, right? So just a few little tips there, just a little insight on that. If you're a leader, allow your people the opportunity to fail. Give them the opportunity to actually earn your trust or to lose your trust, right? But don't micromanage them so much that you never give them that actual opportunity. It allows you to give them that opportunity to earn their own respect, for you to earn their respect, and for you to respect them, right? There's a lot going on there. But at the same time, it also allows you to focus on moving forward toward the goal that you're trying to get to with the task that you've given them. From the individual standpoint, be accountable, be trustworthy, right? Lead by example. Be a good example of what it is to be trusted. You know what I mean? Say what you're gonna do, right? Or do what you say you will, right? And whatnot. So anyway, we're gonna go into a lot more detail on all the ins and outs of that. There's way more things, with this, but just to start, getting the gears turning, for you. Now, again, one of the things I'd like to recommend is this book right here. This book is called The Speed of Trust, right? And we're going to get into trust and how it affects an organization, how it affects relationships in our full spectrum warrior training. But in the meantime, what you can do is, this is one of the books I recommend. I've read this book twice, right? The Speed of Trust by Steven Covey, right? Great book. Tons of insight here on how to build solid relationships, how to build your own respect, how to become trustworthy, and how to move an organization forward faster through bleeding out and getting rid of all of the things that slow you down, bog you down, because you're spending all this time micromanaging the people when you just need to let them go run and let them go do what they do. And if you build the correct team, you shouldn't have to micromanage anybody. So anyway, I hope that helps. Check that out. Check the link below. We'll put a link to the book if you want to grab it, right? Otherwise, stay tuned to next week. We'll have another video coming out along with our Get Your Head Under the Boat series, which we're also going to be releasing on Wednesdays here on YouTube. All right. And they're already on the members page, but check those out. I think you'll enjoy them. Thanks.